Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Oh, that's good. Thank you for coming. Oh, it's too loud. Please rise. The first part of the service, page 65 to 106, will be led by Ms. Brooke Resnick. Page 65.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lesach bivina le'avchin ben yom uven laila. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani betzalmo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani bat chorin. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam pokeach ivrim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam malbish arumim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam matir asurim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zokef kefufim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam rokah haaretz al hamayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asali kol tzorki. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamechin metzadei gaver. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ozer Yisrael bigvura. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam oter Yisrael betifara. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hanoten le'ya'ef koach.
You may be seated, middle of page 65.
Utnenu hayom uvechol yom lechen uchetzel rachamim be'einecha uveinecho ro'enu uvetigmalenu chasadim tovim. Baruch atah Adonai gomel chasadim tovim la'amo Yisrael. Ashreinu she'nachnu mashkimim u'ma'arivim erev v'avoker ve'omrim pa'amayim bechol yom. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai echad. Kadesh et shemcha al makdishei shemecha vekadesh et shimcha be'olamecha uvishuatcha tarim v'tagbia karnenu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh et shimcha barabim. Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu she'ibane beit hamikdash bimhera ve'yameinu ve'ten chalkeinu betoratecha ve'sham navdecha v'yira kimei olam uchshanim kadmaniyot.
Kaddish the Rabbanan on page 71. Mourners, please rise. יתגדל ויתקדש מרבה בעולמה דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון ובימיכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולמעולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה. ברכו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעולמה, ואמרו אמן. על ישראל ועל רבנן ועל תלמידיון ועל כל תלמידי תלמידיון ועל כל מאן דיעסקין באורייתא, די והתרהדין ודי בכל אתר ואתר, יאלהון ולכון שלמה רבה, חינה וחסדה ורחמין, וחין אריכין ומזון הרוויחה, ופורקנה מן קדם אבוהון דבשמיא, ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים טובים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו וברחמיו יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. Page 72. Top of the page.
Hayom Yom Shabbat Kodesh. Lehagid ki yashar Adonai Tzuri velo avlata bo.
Page 81.
Mizmor shir Chanukah habayit leDavid. Leman yezmarecha chavod velo idom Adonai Elohai leolam odeka.
Mourners Kaddish on page 82. Mourners, please rise. יתגדל ויתקדש מרבה, בעולמה דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון ובימיכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולמעולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה. ברכו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעולמה, ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. Please rise together, page 83, for פסוקי דזמרה.
Baruch she'amar v'haya ha'olam, Baruch hu, Baruch oseh v'reishit, Baruch omer v'yoseh, Baruch gozer umkayem, Baruch merachem al ha'aretz, Baruch merachem al ha'briyah, Baruch meshalem zachar tov l'reyav, Baruch Hai Le'ad V'Kayam LaNetzach, Baruch Podeh U'Matzil, Baruch Shema. Melech Meshubach Umfoar, Adei Et Shemo HaGadol, Baruch Ata Adonai, Melech Mehulal Batishbachot.
You may be seated, page 84. We go page by page.
Ki kol Elohei ha'amim elilim, V'Adonai shamayim asa. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, Veish והשתחוו לך קודשו, כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו. אדוני יושיע, המלך יעננו, ויום קוראנו. ואני בחסדך בטחתי, יגל ליבי בישועתך, ואשיר על אדוני, כי גמל עלי.
Page 87.
יהיו לרצון אמרי פי, להגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי וגואלי. פודה אדוני נפש עבדיו, ולא ישמו כל החוסים בו.
סבינו בבוקר אדוני.
ויהי נועם אדוני אלוהינו עלינו, ומעשה ידינו כוננה עלינו, ומעשה ידינו כוננהו. אורך ימים אשביעהו, והריהו בישועתי. אורך ימים אשביעהו, והריהו בישועתי. בית ישראל. בית ישראל ברכו את אדוני, בית אהרון ברכו את אדוני, בית הלוי ברכו את אדוני, יראי אדוני ברכו את אדוני. ברוך אדוני מציון, שוכן ירושלים, הללויה.
Please rise. Page 92. Page 92. Please rise.
נותן לחם לכל בשר, כי לעולם חסדו. הודו לאל השמיים, כי לעולם חסדו.
You may be seated. Page 93. We go page by page.
יחי לחסדך אדוני עלינו, כאשר יכלנו לך. להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי, ולא עוולת בו. עדותיך נאמנו מאוד, לביתך נאה וקודש, אדוני לאורך ימים. אדוני יושיע, המלך יעננו, ויום קוראנו.
Page 96.
תהילת אדוני ידבר פי, ויברך כל בשר שם קודשו לעולם ועד, ואנחנו נברך יה, מעתה ועד עולם, הללויה. ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון לדור ודור, הללויה.
שבחי ירושלים את אדוני.
לא עשה כן לכל גוי, ומשפטים בל ידעום, הללויה. וירם קרן לעמו, תהילה לכל חסידיו, לבני ישראל עם קרבו, הללויה. לעשור מלחם בשבת הטוב, הדר הוא לכל חסידיו, הללויה. כל הנשמה תהלליה, הללויה. כל הנשמה תהלליה, הללויה.
Please rise, page 100, 100, the final paragraph.
וברוך שם כבודו לעולם, וימלא כבודו את כל הארץ, אמן ואמן. ומצאת את לבבו נאמן לפניך. כמו אבן במים עזים. ויאמינו באדוני ובמשה עבדו. והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. נשמע כל חי, תברך את שמך.
You may be seated, page 104. במצרים גאלתנו אדוני אלוהינו.
ברכי נפשי את אדוני, ובכל קרבי את שם קודשו. האל בתעצמו עוזך, הגדול בכבוד שמך, הגיבור לנצח והנורא בנורותיך, המלך היושב על כיסא רם ונשע, שוכן עד מרום וקדוש שמו. Yesharim titalal, uvdivrei tzadikim titbarach, uvilshon chasidim titramam, uvekerev kedoshim titgadash, uvemakala rivevot emcha beit Yisrael. Lehodot, lehalel, leshabeach, lefaer, leromem, leader, levarech, lealeu kales, al kol divrei shirot, vetishbechot, David ben Ishai, avdecha meshichecha.
Please rise 106.
Yishtabach Shimcha La'ad Malkeinu. Brachot ve'hodaot me'ata ve'ad olam. Baruch atah Adonai El melech gadol b'tishbachot El ha'hodaot Adonai niflaot Habocher b'shirei zimra Melech el chei ha'olamim Yitgadal ve'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah Ve'amadi v'akurtei Ve'amich malchutei Becho yechon u'v'yemechon Uvechei bechol beit Yisrael Ba'aglav bizman kariv Ve'imru amen Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach Le'olam u'mamei omaya Yitbarach ve'yishtabach Ve'yitba'ar ve'yitramam Ve'yitnasei ve'yitadar Veitalel, veitalal, shemei dekudesh berichu, le'elev min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, tamiran be'alma, be'imeru, amen.
You may be seated. Yasher Koach Brooke for leading us in our preliminary prayers this morning. What we just completed was just a very meditative opening section of our Shacharit service. It's called Pasukei de Zimra, these songs of praise. In just a moment, we'll be beginning our Shacharit service with the words of Baruch Hu. But we'd first like to invite the Leon family up to the Bima because it is Brandon's bar mitzvah. So Brandon and bring your parents on up here. Brandon's family is going to give him his talit on his bar mitzvah, and the way that this family does it, the way some of our families do it, is we'll open the ark, we'll sing a nigun together, and they'd like to bless him privately as they give him the talit. So I ask you to please rise as we prepare for our shacharit service.
Lai, 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 lai.
ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kideshanu b'mitzvotah v'tivanu lahitatef batzitzit.
Kiss the right, hit the left, put it down. Okay, now, come out. Okay, we continue the service.
It's what you call an aspirational tallis. We want him to grow into it so it is proportional to when.
Let's keep him warm like a blanket.
Keep it warm like a blanket. Mazel tov to the Leon family.
Thank you.
Your wonderful bar mitzvah. We remain standing now as we begin our Shacharit service this morning on page 107 with the opening call to prayer, the words of Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamivorach. Baruch Adonai Hamivorach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yoser or uvorei choshech oseh shalom uvorei et hakol. Hakol yoducha ve'akol yishabechucha.
You may be seated at the bottom of page 107.
Ein ker kecha Adonai Eloheinu ba'olam hazeh ve'ein zolatcha malkeinu l'chayei ha'olam haba efes biltecha go'aleinu limot ha'mashiach ve'ein do melech ha'moshienu litchiat ha'metim el Adon al kol ha'ma'asim baruch umvorach befi kol neshama godlo v'tzuvo malei olam da'at utvona sova v'imoto hamitkahe al chayot hakodesh v'nedar v'chamod al hamerkava zechut u'mishor lifnei chiso chesed u'vrachamim lifnei chevodo tovim meorot shebara Eloheinu yitzaram b'da'at b'vina u'haskel koach u'gvura natan bahem liot moshlim bekerv tevel leim ziv u'fikim noga now ezivom bechol ha'olam semeichim v'tzeitam v'sasim bevoam osim behema retzon konam be'er v'chavod notnim lishmo zohol haberina lezecher malchuto kara lashemesh vayizrach or ra'av hitkin tzurat halavana Shevach notnim lo kol tzevot marom tiferet o gedula serafim ve'ofanim ve'chayot hakodesh yai la 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 yai la 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 yai la 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 yai la 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 yai la 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 yai la 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 Shevach notnim lo kol tzevot marom tiferet o gedula serafim ve'ofanim ve'chayot hakodesh la'el asher Shabbat mikol ha'ma'asim bayom hashvi'i. ועל מאורי אור שעשית יפרוך הסלע, תתברך צורנו מלכנו וגואלנו מורנו. כולם אהובים, כולם מרורים, כולם גיבורים, וכולם עושים באימה וביראה רצון קונם. וכולם פותחים את פיהם בקדושה ובתורה בשירה ובזמרה ומברכים ומשבחים ומפארים ומריצים ומקדישים וממליכים את שם האל המלך וראשו וכולם מקבלים עליהם עול מלכות שמיים זה מזה ונותנים רשות זה לזה להקדיש ליוצרם בנחת רוח בשפה ברורה ובנימה קדושה כולם כאחד עונים ואומרים בהירה קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות מלך כל הארץ כבודו והאופנים וחיות הקודש ברעש גדול מתנשאים ליום הצרפים ליום התם משבחים ואומרים ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו ליל ברוך נמותיתנו למלך חי וקיים אור חדש על ציון תאיר ונזכה כולנו מהרה לאורו ברוך אתה אדוני יוצר המאורות אהבה רבה הבטנו אדוני אלוהינו חמלה גדולה ויתרה חמלת עלינו אבינו מלכנו בעבור אבותינו שבטחו בך אבינו מלכנו ותלמדם חוקי חיים כן תכוננו ותלמדנו אבינו הרחמן המרחם רחם עלינו ותן בליבנו להבין ולהשכיל לשמוע ללמוד וללמד לשמור ולעשות ולקיים את כל דברי תלמוד תורתך באהבה והערנו בתורתך ודבק ליבנו במצוותיך ויחר לבבנו לאהבה וליראה את שמך ולא נבוש לעולם ועד ולא נבוש לעולם ועד כי בשם קודשך הגדול והנורא בתנו נגילה ונשמחה בישועתך והביאנו לשלום מארבע כנפות הארץ ותולכנו קוממיות לארצנו כי אל פועל ישועות אתה ובנו בחרת מכל המלשון וקרבתנו לשמך הגדול סלע באמת להודות לך ויחדך באהבה ברוך אתה אדוני הבוחר בעמו ישראל באהבה
Shema Israel on page 120.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, bechol levavcha, uvechol nafshecha, uvechol meodecha, vehayu hadvarim ha'ele, asher anochi mitzavecha, hayom alevavecha, veshinantam alevanecha, vedibarta bam, vishivtecha beveitecha, uvlechtecha varderech, uvshochbecha, uvekumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, והיו לו תותפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך.
If I silent the middle of page 113.
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
לדור ודור הוא קיים ושמו קיים, וכיסו נכון, ומלכותו ואמונתו לעד קיימת. פודנו מצילנו מעולם שמך, אין אלוהים זולתך, עזרת אבותינו אתה הוא מעולם אתה הוא אדום למך. תהילות אל עליון, ברוך הוא ומברך, משה ובני ישראל חנו שירו בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. שירה חדשה שמחו גאולים לשמך על שפת הים, יחד כולם עמדו והמליכו ויאמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. צור ישראל קומה בעזרת ישראל, ובטחנו בך יהודה וישראל. גו עלינו אדוני צבאות שמו, קדוש ישראל, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
The Shachrit Amidah is found on page 115b. We'll do the first 2 pages together and then continue silently as Brandon leads us on page 115b.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei hakol, v'zocher chastei avot, u'mevi goel livnei v'neihem, lema'an shemo be'ahava, melech ozer u'moshia u'magen, baruch atah Adonai, magen Avraham, u'foked Sarah, atah gibor le'olam Adonai, mechaye metim atah, Rav lehushia, mechalkel chayim bechesed, mechaye metim berachamim rabim, zomech noflim verofei cholim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato lishenei afar, michamocha ba'al gevorot, umido melach, melech bemit, umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah lahachayot metim, המתים.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמגישים אותו משמי מרום. ככתוב היד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ כבודו. אז בקול רעש גדול, אדיר וחזק משמיעים קול, מתנסים ליום הצרפים, ליומתם ברוך יאמרו, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. ממקומך מלכנו, מלכנו תופיע, ותמלוך עלינו, כי מבכים אנחנו לך. ממקומך מלכנו, מלכנו תופיע, ותמלוך עלינו, כי מבכים אנחנו לך. מתי, מתי תמלוך, תמלוך מציון? מתי, מתי תמלוך, תמלוך בציון? בקרוב בימינו, בקרוב בימינו, לעולם ועד תשכון. בקרוב בימינו, בקרוב בימינו, לעולם ועד תשכון. תתגדל ותתקדש, תתגדל ותתקדש, בתוך ירושלים, ירושלים עירך. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, ולנצח נצחים. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, ולנצח נצחים. ועינינו תראנה מלכותך, כדבר האמור בשירי עוזך. על ידי דוד, על ידי דוד משיח צדקך. על ידי דוד, על ידי דוד משיח צדקך. ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. ושפחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד, כי אל מלך גדול וקדוש אתה, ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Silent portion of the Amidah begins on page 117 and following. A few moments of quiet prayer and reflection and meditation. At the conclusion of your prayers, you may be seated.
שים שלום,
Page 120.
טובה וברכה, חן וחסן ורחמים ורחמים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל ישראל עמך. שים שלום, טובה וברכה, חן וחסד ורחמים ורחמים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל ישראל עמך. ברכנו אבינו כולנו כאחד באור פניך, כי באור פניך נתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו. שים שלום, טובה וברכה, חן וחסד ורחמים ורחמים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל ישראל עמך. תורת חיים ואהבת חסד וצדקה וברכה ורחמים וחיים ושלום. שים שלום, טובה וברכה, חן וחסד ורחמים ורחמים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל ישראל עמך. וטוב וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שים שלום, טובה וברכה, חן וחסד ורחמים ורחמים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל ישראל עמך. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך עמו ישראל בשלום. יתגדל ויגדל שמי רבה בעלמא דברך ילוצי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון ובימיכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ינסה ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשו. בריחו לילה מן כל ברנה בשירתה תושבחה ונחמתה דמירם ימה ואמרו תיקם על צלות הון ובעד הון לכל ישראל קודם אבנו ונשמע ואמרו יהי שלום רבה מן שמיים וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו עושה שלום ממרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen.
Koach, Cantor Barron, and to Brandon for leading us in Shacharit this morning, and of course to Brooke, who led us in our opening prayers of Pasuke to Zimra. Shabbat Shalom and welcome to Valley Beth Shalom. Everyone, it's nice to have you here on this June gloom morning, but we're here to celebrate on a beautiful Shabbat morning with the Leon family, with Brandon's bar mitzvah, and the Katz-Weber clan is also here to welcome a new baby into the community. So it's very beautiful to be here. Let's all stand up and turn to someone next to you, pass the peace, welcome them to Valley Beth Shalom, wish them a Shabbat Shalom as we get ready to begin our Torah service. Well, we just have to put a work order in. We can't stop the show right now.
None of the lights. It's like half the lights. What if this stuff?
Did you get what you paid for, Scott? Okay. It's so nice to have everyone here. You may find your seats as you finish your kisses and your hugs. We're about to begin the Torah service this morning, where we can celebrate our wonderful simchas together. If you've been honored with opening the Ark, or removing the Torah, or carrying the Torah, or a gabbai this morning, please come forward now, including Alan and Carol Edelman, Johnny and Bella Goldberg, and Justin Leon, as well as Shai Shakarov, Ken Leon, and Hunter Leon. Please come forward at this time. We turn in our blue Sidurim to page 139 as we begin the Torah service, and as the Ark is opened, we ask our congregation to please rise.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai Ve'ein kema'asecha Malchutecha Malchut kol olamim U'memshaltecha Bechol dor v'ador Adonai melech Adonai malach Adonai melech Le'olam eved Adonai oz le'amo yitein Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom Ha'rachamim heitiva v'irtzoncha et Zion Tivenei chomot Yerushalayim Tivenei chomot Yerushalayim Hivecha levad batachnu Melech el ram v'nisa Adon olamim Vayehi bin Soharon Vayomer Moshe Koma Adonai Veyafutzu oyevecha Veyanusu misanecha mipanecha Hi mitzion teitzei Torah Hi mitzion teitzei Torah Odevar Adonai Mirushalayim Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah Le'amo Yisrael B'Yedushato Baruch Shemei Demarei Alema Be'anarachetz V'lishnei Kadisha Kadisha Yakira Anna Emar Tushmechan Be'anarachetz V'lishmei Kadisha Kadisha Yakira Anna Emar Tushbechan Yehei Rava Adam Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo והתפארת והנצח וההוד כי כל בשמיים ובארץ כי כל בשמיים ובארץ לך אדוני הממלכה והמית נעשה לכל ראש רוממו רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו והשתחוו לאדום רגנה קדוש הוא קדוש הוא רוממו רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו והשתחוו להר קודשו כי קדוש אדוני כי קדוש אדוני כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו למנצח שיר מזמור הריעו לאדוני כל הארץ 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 על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים העולם עומד על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים העולם עומד על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים.
What's the point?
Find your seats. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
It's really wonderful to celebrate with you. A special welcome to my friend and colleague, Rabbi Reuven Barkan, and his family who's here to celebrate baby naming of the rabbi's daughter. Wonderful things happening in Valley Beth Shalom. Just last week, we celebrated, I don't know how many different graduations of kids, from little kids to not so little kids to bigger kids, and then finally our biggest kids. I mean, at VBS, we celebrate, feels like it's Our Lady of Perpetual Simcha, is what it feels like sometimes. And it was really nice just reflecting on the nearly 1,000 students that are part of our community every year, and celebrating those amongst the community who are graduating and moving on to the next level of their education. And also beginning to see students come home now. I've been a rabbi long enough now that students that I did their B'nai Mitzvah are now part of our Next Gen program, which is makes me feel really, really old all of a sudden, that they're now part of our Young Professionals program. And then this morning, we're going to study and learn the Torah portion together. So you can close your blue Sidurim, open the red Humashim, those red books in front of you, and turn to page 881. And just by way of a quick introduction to let you know what's happening in the Torah portion, we're in the book of Bamidbar, which is the book of Numbers. It's post-Sinai now. So we're like 3 or 4 years out from the Exodus, and the book of Bamidbar is that long book where we wander the desert for another 38 years after we leave Mount Sinai. And we're in the process of wandering, and along the way we pick up some extra laws, including this very strange one which Brandon will speak about, which is about a red cow. And it's a very special red cow that has a very strange sort of ritual behavior. And I'm not going to give it away because I want Brandon to teach about that. We also find that the generation that has led the community out from the Exodus begins to pass away, begins to die off, with the death of Miriam and the death of Aaron. The death of Miriam specifically, and the near death of Aaron. And that process kind of wakes up the Israelites to realize that those who brought them out from the land of Egypt aren't going to be with them all the way to the very end, and that they have to begin taking on their own sense of personal responsibility, their personal Judaism that is important for their generation to bring us all the way to the promised land. And there's a few encounters with foreign kings and foreign governments as we come through, and I'll talk a little bit about that before Musaf. So that's what's happening in this week's Torah portion. It's a wonderful Torah portion to meditate on the question of what is the purpose of strange rituals. What's the purpose of receiving a ritual that you don't understand why you receive that ritual? So that's the first question. And then the second question is, how do we take personal responsibility for our Judaism as it's been handed to us by generations of the past? And how it's been given to us, and what do we own as Jews of this generation? So those are good questions to be thinking about as we call the Aliyot forward. Let's begin the Torah service with the first Aliyah.
ויעזור ויגן ויושיע לכל החוסים בו ונאמר אמן. הכל עבורות התורה יעמדו. הורי הבר מצווה יוסף בן חיים ואילנה ודבורה בת מנחם ומרים ואת חיים בן יוסף ודבורה ראשונים. ברוך שנתן תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושתו. ואתם הדבקים באדוני אלוהיכם חיים כולכם היום. Kiss the Torah here. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני
אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה. אמן. וידבר אדוני אל משה ואל אהרון לאמור, זאת חוקת התורה אשר ציווה אדוני לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל ויקחו אליך פרה אדומה תמימה אשר אין בה מום, אשר לא עלה עליה עול, ונתתם אותה אל אלעזר הכהן והוציא אותה אל מחוץ למחנה ושחט אותה לפניו.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נתן בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
יעמדו חיים בן יוסף ושרה ואת אילנה בת יצחק ודורה לעלייה השנייה. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
ברוך אדוני מבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר לנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Vilakach Elazar HaKohen Midama Be'etzba'o Vehiza El Nochach Pnei Ohel Moed Midama Sheva Pe'amim Bisaraf Et HaPara Le'inav Et Ora Ve'et Bisara Ve'et Dama Al Pirsha Yisrov Vilakach HaKohen Eitz Erez Ve'ezov ushni tola'at mishlich el toch zerefat hapara.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהים מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורתו אמת וחיים שאומר נתן את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה. אמן.
יעמדו מנחם בן שמואל וחננה ואת מנאבה בת ראובן ואת אל מרים בת מנדל ומרים לעלייה השלישית. Sofer, Sofer, and Sofer, or the three Sofers. Here the three Sofers.
Baruchu et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. V'chibes begadav HaKohen V'rachatz bisaro b'mayim Ve'achar yavo el hamachane V'tamei HaKohen ad ha'arev V'hasaref ota yichabes begadav b'mayim V'rachatz bisaro b'mayim V'tamei ad ha'arev Ve'asaf ish tahor Eight Efer hapara V'hiniach michutz lamachane B'makum tahor V'hayeta la'adat b'nei Yisrael Lemishmeret leminidah chatat hi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher nasan lanu Torah emet chayei olam nota b'sochenu. Baruch atah Adonai nosein haTorah.
יעמדו ינקל בגדליה ורז שרה בת מנחם ומרים עניה בת מנחם ומנהבה לעלייה רביעית. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך
אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. V'chibes ha'osef et efer hapara et begadav v'tamei ad ha'arv v'hayeta livnei Yisrael v'lager hagar b'tocham lichukat olam hanogea b'meitz l'chol nefesh adam v'tamei shivat yamim hu yitchatavo Vayom hashlishi uvayom hashavi'i yitar ve'im lo yitchata. Vayom hashlishi uvayom hashavi'i lo yitar kol hanogeya b'meitz b'nefesh ha'adam asher yamut v'lo yitchata. And Mishkan Adonai Tameh V'nichreta HaNefesh HaHi MiYisrael Ki Menida Lo Zorak Alav Tameh Yehiyeh Od Tumatuvo Zot HaTorah Adam כי ימות באוהל בכל הדברה, אל האוכל בכל אשר באוהל, יטמע 7 ימים.
יעמדו דניאל בן חיים וילנה ואת דבורה בת אברהם ושרה ואת שרית בת חיים וילנה לעלייה החמישית.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
אמן. וכל כלי פתוח אשר אין צמיד פתיל עליו טמא הוא, וכל אשר יגיע ובנוי השדה בחלל חרב או במת או בעצם אדם או בקבר יטמע 7 ימים. ולקחו לטמא מעפר שרפת החטאת ונטע עליו מים חיים אל כלי.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו את תורת אמת וחיי עולם נוטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
אמן. Move to this here. יעמדו מלך בן יצחק הכהן ורבקה לאה ואת אשתו שרה בת אברהם שלמה וגיטל חנה לעלייה שישית. page 883 verse 18.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
אמן. ולקח אזוב וטבל במים ישתאור ויזה על האוהל ועל כל הכלים ועל הנפשות אשר היו שם ועל הנוגע בעצם או בחלל או במת או בקבר ויזה הטהור על הטמא ביום השלישי וביום השביעי וחיטאו ביום השביעי וכיבס בגדיו ורחץ במים וטהר בערב ואיש אשר יטמא ולא יתחטא ונכרתה הנפש ההיא מתוך הקהל כי את מקדש אדוני טימא מי נידה לא זורק עליו טמאו והייתה להם לחוקת עולם ומה זה מי הנידה יכבס בגדיו והנוגע במי הנידה יטמא עד הערב וכל אשר יגבו הטמא יטמא והנפש הנוגעת תטמא עד הערב.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן
משה אהרון הלוי ואיתה, ואת אשתו עדינה דבורה, בת יהודה ושרה, לעלייה שביעית, חזק
It's
חזק.
our privilege to welcome Reuven and Adina to the community back home again, and their new daughter, whose name we will declare in a few moments and whose blessing we will all share. The next Aliyah.
Hazel, Adina, here.
Baruch et Adonai Amvarach.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
Baruch Adonai Amvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bacha banu mikol amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Vayavo b'nei Yisrael kol ha'edah midabartin v'chodesh harishon vayeshev ha'am b'kadesh b'tamat sham Miriam vatikaver sham v'Elohaya ma'im la'edah vayiki halu el Moshe ve'el Aharon vayirav ha'am im Moshe vayimru lemor velo gavanu bigvul achanu lifnei Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nota b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. You can come sit down for a second, okay? We are privileged to welcome Reuven and Adina home again, and their new daughter. We will share blessings. We'd like to ask their family and friends, anyone here to join them, come on up as we ask the community to rise as we welcome a new soul among us.
Eveinu shalom aleichem. Eveinu shalom aleichem. Eveinu shalom aleichem. Eveinu shalom, shalom, shalom aleichem. Eveinu shalom aleichem. Eveinu shalom aleichem. Eveinu shalom aleichem. Eveinu shalom, shalom, shalom aleichem.
One of the great joys you're going to have with your daughter is the chance to learn Torah with her. Come close. Everybody come close. Come close. Come close. You can come close too. Come on. You're a bar mitzvah. You can hear this. It's good. So I sat with my son when he was about 10 and we learned this Torah. And the fun thing is that there are things in Torah which only a 10-year-old could enjoy, like this Torah portion. Go find a cow which is all red. Oh, Abba, come on. It doesn't really say that in the Torah. No, I said, look, read it with me. Go find a cow which is all red. He said, okay, Abba, how red does it have to be? And I said, well, in the Talmud it says that it can only have 2 white hairs. He said, come on, Abba, you know how many hairs on the cow? You mean a whole cow only has 2 white hairs? All the rest are red? And I said, yup. And then, well, what am I supposed to do with this cow? So we read it in the Torah. You take the cow, and you kill the cow, and you roast the cow. Ew. Only a 10-year-old would appreciate this, right? And then you take the ashes of this red cow, and you put it in a jar, and you fill it up with water, and you shake it. And he says, okay, now I got red cow water. Now what am I going to do? And I said, well, if you read the story, it's very simple. If anybody comes into contact with death, if anyone has a loss, if anyone loses someone they love, and they're feeling terrible, and they feel tameh, they feel like they're out of the world, and they can't come and talk to God anymore because they're so mad, and they can't come to talk to God anymore because they're so sad, and they can't come back in the community anymore because they're so filled with pain. You spritz them with red cow water, and it makes it all better.
And the 10-year-old looks to me, and he teaches me something which I never found anywhere in Gemara. He says, Abba, there's no such thing. There's no such thing. I said, what do you mean there's no such thing? He says, first of all, Abba, there's no such thing as a cow that's all red that doesn't have more than 2 white hairs. That's silly, Abba. That's just silly. And second of all, how is red cow water going to make somebody feel better? And I said, wise child. We all lose loved ones. We all know tragedy. We all know loss. We all know death. And we all want a magic. We want magic red cow water to make it all feel better. I want something, a pill, a treatment, a therapy. I want something to make it all feel better, to give me back what I lost, to fill the hole in my soul and heart. I want magic. And my 10-year-old son said, Abba, the Torah is trying to tell you, that's like finding a cow that's all red. It's like a unicorn. It's a purple dinosaur. It doesn't exist, Abba. So what does make it all better? Only this. You take everything you know, from all the people you've learned from, and you pour it into the soul of a child. All the wisdom, all the values, all the commitment, all the devotion, all the Torah, all the giving, all the generosity of spirit and heart, and you pour that into the soul of a child. And one day the child looks to you and says, I know it now. That's where the bar mitzvah is here. Because he's saying to his parents and his grandparents, I get it now. I get what you're trying to do. And the child grows up in the world and holds within her soul everything you've poured there. And then you know that all that you have received, you have passed on. And that's the only magic that makes the hurt go away. Abba. That's the Abba. I speak the same language. That's the great magic. There's no red cows in the world, but they're beautiful new daughters who have souls filled with love, minds filled with vision, hands ready to heal the world. And that brings consolation, and that is your immortality. It is a privilege to offer these blessings to your new daughter, and our prayers for long and sweet life together as she grows into life, into adulthood. Mishaberach Avotenu Avram Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarifka Chavalea Hu Yevarech et Taharim ve'et Bitam and Nodelehem b'Mazal Tov v'Yikarei Shma b'Yisrael Ariella or Ariel? Ariel Nechama. Good name. Bat Harav Ruvain Binyamin Alevi va'Adina Dvora Yiratzon. She's Rabbi Eddie, remember? Yiratzon she'izku areha legadla letorah lechuppah lemasim tovim v'nomar amen. May the source of our blessings, may the source of God, may the source of Torah, may the source of life, bless Adina and Reuven and their daughter who has arrived at this good and holy moment. And let her be called among the generations of our people, Ariel Nechama bat Arav Reuven, Binyamin Alevi v'Adina Devora, and on the soccer fields of Tucson, Arizona, as Araceli Roberta Barkan. May these parents, grandparents, this circle of loved ones have the courage and strength and wisdom and depth to raise this child to a life of Torah, to a life of goodness, of community, of friendship and love. May her hands bring wholeness to the world, and together we say, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shechianu v'kiyamanu v'giyanu lazman Mazel Tov!
Yivrechecha Hashem mitzion urevetzuv Yerushalayim. Yivrechecha Hashem mitzion kol yemei chayecha. Urevanim levanecha Shalom al Yisrael. Urevanim levanecha Shalom al Yisrael. ורבנים לבניך, שלום על ישראל. ורבנים לבניך, שלום על ישראל.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בהולמה דברה חירותי, והמליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה, בגלה, ובזמן כך, וימרו אמן, יהי שמרה במבורך, לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך, יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר, ויתעלה, ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה, לילה מן כל ברכתה, ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעולמה, ואימרו יעמוד הבחור הבר מצווה, מנחם בן יוסף ודבורה, מפטיר חזק חזק.
As you find your seats, we call Brendan forward for his bar mitzvah aliyah, which is found on page 892, verses 34.
Touch the Torah. Touch the Torah. Vayomer Adonai. Go. Touch. Kiss. Touch. Kiss. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. I will find it. Go. Baruch hu et go.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamavorach.
Baruch Adonai Havorach. Repeat.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Ha'olam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Where's the pointer? The pointer. Here. Vayomer. Go. Vayomer.
Vayomer Adonai El Moshe Al Tira Oto Ki V'decha Natati Oto Ve'et Kol Amo Ve'et Artso Ve'asita Lo Ka'asher Osita V'sochen Melech HaEmori Asher Yoshev B'cheshbon Vayaku Oto Ve'et Banav Ve'et Kol Amo Ad Bilti Hishurlo Sarid Vayrashu Et Artso Vaisov B'nei Yisrael Vayachanu V'yarvot Moav Me'ever Liarden Yerecho. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Natan Lanu Torat Emet V'chayei Olam Nata B'tochenu. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Get your speech. Yamdu Amagbiya V'hagolele.
We rise as we dress and lift the Sefer Torah.
Wait. Down and up. Go. Down and up. Go. It's heavy. Vezot HaTorah Asher Sa Moshe Lifnei Al Pi Adon Beyad Moshe.
You may be seated. The Haftarah is found on page 910, verse 14, and that will be preceded by a few words of Torah from our bar mitzvah, Brandon.
First off, I'd just like to say Shabbat Shalom, everyone. All right. In my section of the Torah, it explains how God spoke to Moses and Aaron. He commanded them each, while revealing the statute of the Torah, to speak to the children of Israel and have them retrieve the thoroughly red cow. The two would then present the red heifer to Eleazar, the Kohen, to slaughter the animal, then sprinkle its blood towards the entrance of the tent of meeting 7 times. Burn it. This ritual made the Kohen unclean. Since God believed that it was unsanitary for anyone to touch a dead body, he felt the necessity to create a process in which you could purify yourself. In order to redeem yourself, you were to mix the ashes from the cow with water and have someone sprinkle on you the 3rd and 7th day. If you do not follow this procedure, then you're proclaimed as unclean. Those who do have violated the legal philosophy of the Lord. For that reason, they are cut off and sent away from the community. These rules seem a bit skeptical, though. Why would God consider making this rule, and what does the context of rules really mean? This is what I would like to discuss with you guys today. Why some rules are important and others should not always be followed. We learn from this story that life has rules through what happened to Eleazar, and you should follow them, though not always. Eleazar was a Kohen who had become unclean through a series of events while disobeying God's orders. He did not follow the rules he had been told, which are important to set standards and guidelines. Since this Kohen decided not to purify himself after becoming unclean, punishment soon followed. This section of the Torah tells a valuable lesson not only within the Jewish community, but for everyone. Guidelines and rules should be followed and respected. They give help and set standards that are usually easier to follow than the punishment given by them. Actions have consequences, and that's the truth. People who feel they could do whatever they want should have limits. Life has rules, follow them. Even if the reasons behind them are not so clear, you should always follow them. And the world needs rules. An example of modern-day rules is set within the simple game of basketball. In basketball, there are multiple rules that apply to it in order to shape the way that the game is played. For instance, the out-of-bounds line. Although this line may just be confining to players into a smaller space, its purpose is much greater than that. The out-of-bounds rule puts a boundary to the space that a player can go, making the game more fast-paced and easier to watch. The fans can focus on one area without having to move around. If that one miniature rule was tweaked, it would change the entire motion and style of basketball. But how, would you wonder, does God's rule of cleansing make sense? Usually, rules make sense and provide essential guidelines to keep a balanced society, such as basketball. But do all rules apply to this definition? The subject of rules may not necessarily mean that all have a specific and reasonable purpose. For instance, an unspoken rule that is brought to the attention of many is lying. Parents and most adults will tell their children to never lie. But this rule is bent in many scenarios when it is used to protect someone, be helpful, or maintain a healthy and strong relationship. For instance, sometimes people come up to me and say, "Hey Brandon, you remember me?" And I say, "Sure," when I have no idea who they are. I don't want to hurt their feelings, so I just play along until something triggers my memory of them. On a more serious note, some rules actually hurt people, and those rules need to be bent or changed. Once, it was illegal for black and white people to sit together on the bus. Rosa Parks showed America that was wrong and decided to sit in front of the bus in Montgomery, and by doing so, sparked the civil rights movement. Rules that are racist or unfair and cause harm to people need to be bent and changed. Those reasons are all to bend or break rules, to protect the ones we love, to not hurt people's feelings, and to stand up for what is right. But what about our red cow? I don't think it's offensive or hurtful to anyone to follow this crazy witch rule. Well, maybe the cow got a little hurt. If a rule, especially one in the Torah, causes no harm, needs to be followed, even if we can't always figure out the exact reasoning behind it. Rules form the foundation of our religion and society at large. Becoming a bar mitzvah teaches me this lesson. As I become a man in the Jewish community, I learned that I am taking on more responsibility in my life. Rules actually become more important because they become a part of us. When I was younger, my parents would do almost everything for me. They would take me places, help me out with my homework, and just take care of me. My teachers would show me the class rules and get on my back about late homework. Now the expectation is just there. It's my responsibility to know the rules and follow them and do my homework without the teacher constantly telling me why. As I get older, the reasons for the rules are left unsaid, but the expectations are higher than ever. The same is true about my Torah portion. God does not need to tell the Israelites why they need to keep the altar clean. God only helps them by telling them how to do it. Rules are part of the community now, and the children of Israel are expected to know why. Becoming a bar mitzvah is knowing the why part behind the rules. It's up to me to decide how to follow them. A dog had impacted my life quite a while ago, and now I realize how such a small thing could change one's entire life. For that reason, I want to help impact other dogs' lives who are in a rescue shelter. For my bar mitzvah project, I am deciding to donate dog toys to a rescue shelter for dogs in need. I ask those of you attending my party to assist me in making each chew toy. I chose chew toys specifically because most of my memories I can recall sharing with my puppy are playing with the stuffed toys and watching him have a blast. For the dogs held and confined in their cages, I would like to give them that same joy I remember my dog Buddy having. That dog was my life. He comforted me with his incredible personality and kept me sane. He gave me the opportunity to share a great friendship with him, and those chew toys played no small role in our relationship. The joy he had from playing with those chew toys made me feel so happy. I hope the dogs and puppies who receive the chew toys that we will make can feel happy and have as much joy as I had seen in my puppy. The people I am announcing have taken a role in being supportive of me along my journey to become a man. They have each individually made a difference in my life through our relationship. First, I would like to thank all of my friends. The next three people I would like to thank are Cantor Baron, Cantor Jay, and Rabbi Farkas. There are many people in this next group, most of whom had watched me grow up and taught me many lessons in my life, some coming from Pennsylvania and Israel. I'd like to thank my cousins. Even though she couldn't be here today, she deserves a thank you. She has shared her great wisdom with me in my life and told me her incredible stories as a child. I'd like to thank my great-grandma Madeline. For everything you've done to get me here, including all the fun jokes, I'd like to thank all my aunts and uncles. You all helped me in countless ways. I'd like to thank you for being there and supporting me through this process. Give it up for my grandparents. All right, these next two can get a little annoying sometimes. Well, that's a lie, a lot. But they always look out for me. They encourage me in tough situations, and I hope you know that I will always look out for you. Give it up for my two brothers. Lastly, I would like to center the stage on the people who are the reason I'm here today and always held faith in me. I'd like to thank my parents. Thank you to everyone who came out here, and I hope you've enjoyed the ceremony. Have a great day, and Shabbat Shalom. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratza v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'torah uv'Moshe avdo uv'Yisrael amo uv'nvi'ei ha'emet v'tzedek. Vayosef od Yiftach, Vayishlach Malachim El Melech B'nei Ammon, Vayomer Lo Ko Amar Yiftach, Lo Lakach Yisrael Et Eretz Moav Ve'et Eretz B'nei Ammon, Ki Ba'alatam B'Mitzrayim, Vayelech Yisrael Bamidbar Ad Yam Suf, Vayavo Kadesha, Vayishlach Yisrael Malachim El Melech Edom Lemur Ebrana V'Artsecha V'lo Shama Melech Edom Vagam El Melech Moav Shalach V'lo Ava Vayeshev Yisrael B'Kadesh Vayelech Bamidbar Vayasov et Eretz Edom bet Eretz Moav Vayavo mi Mizrach Shemesh le Eretz Moav Vayachonun bi Ever Arnon Belovau bigvul Moav ki Arnon gevul Moav Vayishlach Yisrael Malachim El Sichon Melech Hayamori Melech Cheshbon Vayomer Lo Yisrael Nabrana V'Artzecha Ad Mekomi Velo He'emin Sichon Et Yisrael Avor Bigvulo Vaya Esof Sichon Et Kol Amo Vayachanu bi'atza, vayilachem im Yisrael, vayitein Adonai Elohei Yisrael, et Sichon ve'et kol amo, bi'yad Yisrael vayakub, vayirash Yisrael, et kol eretz ha'emori, yoshev ha'aretz hahi, vayirashu et kol gevul ha'emori, me Arnon va'ad hayabok, umin hamidbar va'ad hayarden. Ve'ata Adonai Elohei Yisrael horish et ha'emori p'nei amo Yisrael ve'ata tirashenu halo et asher yorishecha kamosh Elohecha oto tirash ve'et kol asher horish Adonai Eloheinu ipanenu oto nirash ve'ata hatov tov ata ibalak ben Sipor melech Moav habrovram im Yisrael im nilcham bam b'shevet Yisrael b'cheshbon uvivnoteha uv'aror uvivnoteha uv'chol ha'arim asher al yedei Arnon shalosh meyot shana madua lo hitzaltem ba'et hahi ve'anochi l'chatati lach ve'ata oseh iti ra'a lechi lachem bi yishpot Adonai hashofet hayom bein b'nei Yisrael uvein b'nei Amon. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Tzor Kol HaOlamim Tzadik Bechol HaDorot Ha'el HaNe'eman HaOmer Ve'oseh HaMedaber Kayim Shekol Devarav Emed Vat Ne'eman Atahu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ne'emanim Devarecha Ve'davar Echad Midvarecha achor lo yashu rekam ki el melech ne'eman v'rachaman ata baruch ata Adonai ha'el ha'ne'eman b'chol devarav
Amen.
rachem al Tzion ki hi beit chayenu v'la aluvat nefesh toshia b'mherav yamenu baruch ata Adonai Mesameach Sion bevanecha.
Amen.
Samchenu Adonai Eloheinu be'Eliyahu hanavi avdecha uv'malchut Beit David mishichecha b'mheira yavo v'yagil libenu al kiso lo yeshev zar v'lo yinchalu od achirim et kevodo ki v'shem kodshecha nishbatalo shelo yichabei neri leolam va'ed v'al chata Adonai magen David al haTorah v'al ha'avodah v'al ha'nevi'im v'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha v'lemnucha lechavod ultif aretz al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach umvarachim otach yitbarach shimcha befi kol chai tamid leolam va'ed baruch ata Adonai mekadesh hashabbat.
Siman tov u'mazel tov, v'siman tov, u'mazel tov, v'siman tov, u'mazel tov, v'siman tov, yehelanu. Siman tov u'mazel tov, v'siman tov, u'mazel tov, v'siman tov, u'mazel tov, v'siman tov, yehelanu. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, O lechol Yisrael, Yehilanu, O lechol Yisrael, David melech Yisrael, Chai v'kayam. David melech Yisrael, Chai v'kayam.
There's more candy over here. Come on, come on. Come on.
Pay attention to the
Nobody's too old to get candy. It's okay.
Okay. Bye. Look at the Rebbe.
Okay, Kinderlach, go sit down. Deep breath. How do you feel? You feel good. That's good. I can't imagine a basketball game that didn't have an out-of-bounds line around the outs. Could you imagine that? I mean, when we talked in our office, we talked about that a little. What would that be like? Like, how would you even watch a basketball game where, like, if there's, like, 2 minutes left on the clock and you're winning, you just take the ball and go for a marathon run down the street and no one can catch up, right? Right, so you need an out-of-bounds line, right? Are there any rules in basketball you would be happy to get away with? What about 3 seconds in the paint? That's kind of a... That's a little annoying? Yeah. You ever see the Harlem Globetrotters? Yeah. You know what's amazing about them is that they almost play completely by the rules. Even though it doesn't look like it. But most of they try to actually play, they try to show you what you can do with basketball inside the rules. It's pretty cool. You also talked about lying, right? Yeah. So when your mother asks, how do I look? What do you say to her? That's exactly right. Good. You're learning. You're learning. You're learning. It's good. Kenny, you're raising a good boy over here. But then you talked a little bit about bending or breaking the rules. That's what I wanted to just mention to you. You taught us something really powerful. That sometimes rules are meant to bend or break, and that's if they harm people or if you're trying to protect someone you love, right? You know what we call that sort of sense inside yourself that leads you to this place where you might be able to push the rules or bend the rules? Do you know what that's called? Not confidence, although that's great. You should have a lot of that too. It's called conscience, right? Conscience. Conscience is the ability to say, this is who I am and this is what I stand for. And I will follow the rules until the moment that my conscience tells me I just cannot follow these rules anymore. Rosa Parks, for example, you mentioned Rosa, right? She had a conscience, right? When she got a phone call that night in jail, she got a phone call from her pastor, Martin Luther King. And he could have just told her, you know, Rosa, the sisterhood's going to bring you a cake, and just sit tight because we care about you and we love you. And we'll get you out of jail and we'll go back and see you in church on Sunday. He could have just said that. But he was moved by his conscience too, and he said, no, you're going to sit in jail. And even if it's painful, you're going to sit in jail because we have to make a statement and we're going to begin something. The night that Rosa was, the afternoon that Rosa was arrested, put in jail, he did call her and he said, well, we're going to start something. And that night he convened at a small, tiny church in Montgomery, Alabama. He convened anyone who wanted to come. And his sermon that night, at the first of hundreds of nightly mass meetings, sermon that night began with these words: there comes a time. There comes a time where you cannot live with the heel on your neck. That's how he began his sermon. There comes a time. And that's because he's moved by his conscience, his prophetic conscience. That's what we try to do here. That's what Judaism is all about, is that we try to give you the rules. You went to Hebrew school, you went to the preschool here, you go to school out in the world, right? We try to, your parents, me, your family, everyone tries to give you the rules. This is what it means to be a man. This is what it means to be a Jew. But more than the rules, we try to cultivate conscience, Brandon. Try to cultivate within you a covenant of holiness between you and other human beings. That's my prayer for you. Just as you gave this really powerful talk about a red cow. And that those rules needed to be followed because those rules are part of what it means to be part of the Jewish covenant. But there are other rules that need to be bent or broken at certain times because of conscience. That's what we want to cultivate in you. A free-thinking, critical thinking, self-confident young man who has a covenant of conscience with himself, with your family, with your people, and with God. So that's what you taught us today. You didn't use the word conscience, so I'll give you the word, and you can use it, steal it, play Scrabble with it. It's like a 150-point word, so you should definitely do that. So please do. So here's my blessing for you, is I hope that we continue as you go out in the world, you find those moments where you know the rules have to be followed, and that you know that the rules create the foundation for a just and powerful society. But also you'll find those moments where you think you might need to bend or break the rules because your conscience tells you to. That's what we try to cultivate in you. Kenny, Deborah, please rise. Would you guys stand up? These are your folks. You gave them a good, what'd you say, shout out for your folks or something like that? It was really sweet. They brought you into this world. They dreamed about you. When they got fed up with Hunter, they said we should have another kid. For 9 months, they dreamed about you. For 9 months, they thought about who you're going to be in the world, and then you came into the world, and they were pleasantly surprised that you look like Deborah, not like Leon, like Kenny. All right, let's have the boys. You guys stand up too. These are your brothers. There's a special bond between brothers, between siblings. No matter where you are in the world, these folks will always be on your team. Succeed or you fail. You soar high or you sink very low, they will be on your team. I ask anyone here who is related directly to Brandon through blood or marriage, please rise. This is your covenant with your family. These are the people who have poured their life into you and will continue to pour their life into you. They come from near and far, from far and wide, spanning ages and spanning all sorts of ethnicities and spanning all sorts of observance levels, religious affiliations, but they're your family. If you're here as an invited guest, someone who feels close as a friend to anyone in the Leon family, please rise. Show your support for their family. This is your covenant of friendship. Any of your friends from school that are here, you guys can stand up. Covenant of friendship is really important. The song of friendship is one that says, you don't choose your family, but you can choose your friends. And these are people who've chosen to be with you. If you're here because you're also celebrating a simcha, please rise. If you're here because you know there's tuna at the end of shul, please rise. If you're here because you're excited to get back to watching the World Cup, please rise. Your wider community, we're all here. We're all here because we have a similar idea of what it means to be in the world. A similar idea of love and justice, a similar idea of both following the rules and bending the rules. And so this is our prayer for you. Yisimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim uchi Menashe. May you be praised as the great ones of our people, Ephraim and Menashe. Yevarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God always protect you and love you. Ye'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May God's face and countenance shine down upon you and give you grace. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yisen lecha shalom. May God lift you up, Brandon, and send you into the world of wholeness and of peace and of conscience. And together we say, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shechianu v'kiyamanu v'yiganu l'zman hazeh mazel tov. Simen tov u'mazel tov u'mazel tov and simen tov u'mazel tov u'mazel tov and simen tov u'mazel tov u'mazel tov and simen tov. Yehei lanu, yehei lanu, yehei lanu. Yisrael, David Melech Yisrael, Chai v'kayam. Smile. David Melech Yisrael, Chai v'kayam. Mazel tov. We continue now. You may be seated on page 151 with the Psalms of Ashrei. You ready?
Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha, Od Yahalelucha Selah, Ashrei Ha'am Shekachalo, Ashrei Ha'am She'adonai Elohav LeDavid, Aromimcha Elohai HaMelech, Va'avarcha Shimcha Le'olam Va'ed, Bechu Yom Avarcheka, Va'ahalela Shimcha Le'olam Va'ed, Gadol Adonai Hulal Me'od, Ve'ligdu Larto Ein Cheker, Dor Lador Yishabach Ma'asecha, Ugvurotecha Yagidu, Chadar Kevod Hodecha, V'divrei Niflaotecha Asicha, Ve'ezuz Norotecha Yomiru, Ugduatecha Asaprena, Zecherav Tuvacha Yabiu, Vetzikatecha Yiranenu, Chanun V'rachum Adonai, Erech Apayim Ugdol Chased, Tov Adonai Lakol, V'rachamav Al Kol Ma'asav, Yoducha Adonai Kol Ma'asecha, V'chasidecha Yivarchucha, Kavod Malchutecha Yomeru, Ugdul Vratecha Yidaberu, Hodia Livnei Ha'adam Gevrotav, Uchvod Hadam Malchuto, Malchutecha Malchut Kol Olamim, Umem Shaltecha Bechol Dor Vador, So Mech Adonai Lechol Hanoflim, Vizokev Lechol Hakefufim, Enechol Elecha Yisaberu, Beata Notain Lachem Et Ochlam Be'ito, Poteach Et Yadecha, Umaspia Lechol Chai Ratzon, Tzadik Adonai Bechol Derachab, V'chasidecha V'chasid Bechol Ma'asav, Karov Adonai Lechol Korav, Lechol Asher Yikra'uhu Ve'emet, Ritzon Yirei Av Ya'aseh, Ve'et Shevatam Yishma V'yoshiem, Shomer Adonai Et Kol Ohava, Ve'et Kor Hasharim Yashmid, Tehilat Adonai Yidaber Pi, V'vorech Kol Basar, Shem Kocho Le'olam Va'ed, Va'anachnu Nevarech Ya, Me'atav Yad Olam, Hallelujah.
Let's take a moment now and pray for our homeland, the state of Israel. Please follow along with me on page 149 in the Hebrew. Avinu Shabbat Shamayim, Sor Yisrael v'go'alo, Barech et Midinat Yisrael, Reshit Smichat Gulatenu, Hagen Aleha be'evrant chastecha, Ufros Aleha Sukat Shlomecha, Ushlach Orcha v'amitcha l'rasheha, Sareh ve'otzeha, V'taknem be'etzat tova l'milchanecha, Chazek et gigdei mignei aretz kadshenu, V'anchilem Eloheinu Yeshua, V'ateret nitzachon ta'atrem, V'natata shalom ba'aretz v'simchat olam v'yoshveha v'nomar. Amen. Avinu Shabbat Shamayim, Rock and Redeemer of the people of Israel, bless the state of Israel with its promise of redemption. Shield it with your love. Spread over it the shelter of your peace. Guide its leaders and advisors with your light and your truth. Help them with your good counsel. Strengthen the hands of those who defend our holy land. Deliver them. Crown their efforts with triumph. Bless the land with peace and its inhabitants with lasting joy. And together, let us say, Amen. Pray now for those in our community who are ill. If there is someone in your community and your immediate circle of friends or family who are ill, I ask you to please rise at this time to recite the Mishaberach prayer. Mishaberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzhak Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rechav Aleya Hu Yevarech V'Yirpeh Et Kol HaCholim B'Kilatenu Kedosha V'et Rivka Reisel Bat Shifra V'et Richard Zeitlin Chaim Ben Labe Talia Faye, Talia bat Esther, Yaakov Shaul ben Yafa, Priscilla Bachi of Spitzene bat Ruth, Bert Orloff, Banish ben Devorah, Avi Doran, Joyce Kishinev, Charlotte Lane, Arlene Friedman, Rella bat Sivia, Avidsor ben Ruth, Rochelle Henless, Eti bat Fortuna, Pinchas ben Edel, Alta bat Esther, Yaakov ben Farhang, Robert Schwartz, Marilyn Bronstein, Jennifer Wolf, Naomi Bet-Shendel, Bob Cohen, Cynthia Jacobson, Tova Chaya bat Tzvia Bracha, Alan Resnick, Noach Israel ben Yehuda Zahava, Baral Yosef ben Leah Urachel, Dr. Janet Resnick, Cynthia Jacobson, Jose Miguel, Marvin Friedman, Evan Johnson, Yitzhak Chaim ben Bluma, Malcolm Bernstein, Leo Howard, Sarah Park, Amy Anker, Susan Feldman, Sarah Miriam bat Golda, Michael Newman, Melech Reuven ben Yechiel, Cheryl Newman, Tirza Yorna bat Gerald. Pause at this time for you to add the names of those whom you are thinking about this morning. You who blessed our ancestors at the sea and in the desert, bless these ill friends. Through us, your witnesses. Give us the wisdom to impart to them courage and hope. Let them know that they have in our holy community men, women, and children who pray for the skill of the physician, pray for the recovery of body and spirit. Teach us to remember thy words. Out of the void and vastness of the darkness, you said, Yehi Or, let there be light. Together we say, Amen. I ask the congregation now to please rise as we return the Sefer Torah to the Ark. If you've been honored with carrying or replacing the Torah, please come forward at this time, including Skylar and Tori Dorfman, Zachary Egber, Ori and Rana, Shakav, Justin Leon, as well as Ken and Willie Leon. Please come forward at this time to return the Sefer Torah to the Ark.
Yehalelu et Shem Adonai, ki nizkov Shemo levado, Odo al eretz v'shamayim, vayarem keren le'amo, tehillah l'chol Hasidah, livnei Yisrael, Am kirovo, hallelujah, hallelujah, mizmor leDavid, havul Adonai b'neim, havul Adonai kavod va'oz, havul Adonai kavod shemo, ishtachavu l'Adonai b'hadrat kodesh, kol Adonai al hamayim, El hakavot hirim, Adonai al mayim rabim. Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shover harazim, Vayshaber Adonai et arzei halvanon. Vayarkidim כמו הגל, לבנון וסיריון, כמו בן רעמים. כל אדוני חוצב להבות אש, כל אדוני יכיל מדבר, יכיל אדוני מדבר קדש. כל אדוני יכול לעלות. ויחשוף יערות, ובהיכלו כולו אומר כבוד. אדוני למבול ישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. ישראל ואורייתא, קודש בריחו פרחו. ישראל ואורייתא, קודש בריחו חרו. תורה אורה, תורה אורה, הללויה. Torah Torah, ora, Torah, ora, hallelujah. Torah, ora, Torah, ora, hallelujah. Torah, ora, Torah, ora, hallelujah. Umenucho yomar. It's Haimhi Lamachazikim V'tomecheha Meushar Deracheha Darchei Noah V'chol Nativoteha Shalom Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Kadesh Kadesh Yameinu Kadesh Yameinu Kekedem.
Maybe seated for a moment. And close your Siddurim. Mazel tov again to the Leon family and to the Katz, Weber, Barkin families. Beautiful day today. I, like many of you, subscribe to a news aggregator on my phone. And this application scans the internet and finds news articles and jams them all together into these pretty looking squares with pretty photos. And all I do is swipe on a photo of one of these squares, and it accesses a plethora of news articles on that topic. And from all different sources, everywhere on the internet. Some of them I know are real, and some of them I'm pretty sure are fake. But they look pretty, so that I have to read them, right? And they have interesting titles that are designed to get me to tap on it or click on it, because that's how they prove to their advertisers that they can earn money. But recently, like many of you, I've been assaulted by an ever-widening range of opinion found in the news, even on matters as fundamental that we thought we never needed to debate. This past week, of course, was no exception, let alone as I swipe through the articles I read about our administration's policy of arresting and detaining and separating immigrant families from each other, asylum seekers. There are outside articles about wearing a green jacket, articles about pythons swallowing women, articles about circuses, an article about planes growing and shrinking and as they fly, all sorts of different articles. But especially when I think about the stories of what's happened this week, both from the left and from the right, I entered these strange conversations because, especially on this immigration issue, both sides quote the Bible to justify their position. As one pithy scholar said, even the devil has his proof text. But for many, the biggest danger of this left-right information thunderstorm that we all find ourselves in is actually in reading heaven forfend something you don't agree with. The nexus of the equation between religion and our political opinion derives from our ability to gerrymander our way around the Torah, cutting out the sentences that offend us, or those that might try to inspire us to be different than we already are, or those that we choose not to see as part of our tradition. We've become very good at gerrymandering in this country, and why should the Torah be any different? The result of the swipe left, swipe right reading makes a caricature of our tradition, makes a caricature of our Torah, makes a caricature of our adversaries, framing them either as too callous or too soft, too hard-nosed or snowflake, depending on your vantage point. Such split thinking shirks the complexity and the integrity of our tradition that sees the poor and the wealthy, the stranger and the native, the insider and the outsider in a joint conspiracy for goodness and holiness. The greater danger, though, of this theological gerrymandering is not just in the divide between reading right-wing pasukim and left-wing pasukim, but not reading either, of not being involved, of throwing up your hands and say, I don't want to be involved in politics, and I certainly don't want to be involved in religion. The greatest danger is the cynical dismissals of both politics and religion, allowing, I must confess, what I feel to be a spiritual isolationism, where we hide inside of a sanctus as opposed to living in a mishkan. But God cannot be segregated. The God of the Bible, the prophets, the priests, and the rabbis, they were not Republican, they're not Democrats, they're not libertarians, they're not from the Green Party. God is, however, preeminently political, because politics has to do with power, and God is very concerned, the God of history is deeply concerned of how each of us wield our power. The prophets are obsessed with the exploitation of the powerless. The rabbis knew that politics has the power both to redeem and to destroy. And the priests too were concerned with rituals and with ethics. And this week's Torah portion, as Brandon pointed out, Chukat, is the most arcane ritual of them all. A perfect red cow, as Rabbi Feinstein said, brought to the center of the community, slaughtered, burnt, mixed with water, poured on those who encountered death, and poured on the altar to reset the altar, to clean the altar, to start all over again. For generations and generations of Jewish scholars, this has been, the Para Adumah has been the most perplexing of all of our rituals. It has been given as an example of divine fiat. The word chok itself in ritual law means a law of which we don't know the explanation for where it came from, as opposed to a mishpat, which has a clear explanation. It is a ritual law, they say, one which needs no explanation other than its ritual behavior. For a Jew who lives without a temple, meaning us, post-temple Jews, it serves no other purpose than maybe to learn about what the role of the priest was in cleaning the altar, or helping those who experience the metaphysical dirtiness of dealing with death, as outlined in the book of Leviticus. But we don't live in that world anymore. The Para Adumah is nothing then but a symbol of that spiritual isolationism, where what we're concerned with is the art and the ritual, and not about the greater world that's out there. But if we only look at the Para Adumah and the priest in this week's Torah portion, we miss the greater context. And it's not, with all due respect, Rabbi Feinstein, it's not just about cleaning off the death of everyone else. Because the person that is the priest is a whole human being. He is the same person who has been given this Para Adumah, this crazy ritual to do, has been given the same commandments just weeks ago in the book of Leviticus, to love your neighbor as yourself, to not put a stumbling block before the blind, to become holy, to leave the corners of your field for the poor so they might glean it, and to not wrong the stranger who resides with you. You shall love him as yourself, the book of Leviticus says, for you are strangers in the land of Egypt. There is no separation, no segregation, no apartheid between ritual and ethical, between liturgy and morality, between theology and politics. Religion is not a refuge from society, but a launching pad into society. We know that from the personhood of the priest. We know that from the personhood of the king. We know that from the personhood of the prophet. And we know that from the stories of our rabbis. There's no Hebrew word for sanctuary. Sanctuary is a word derived from the Latin word sanctarium, meaning a container for keeping something in. We have no word in Hebrew for that kind of spirituality. We have no notion of sanctuary. When God created the world, according to the Kabbalists, the world couldn't contain God's light and God's essence. They shattered the moment God showed up. When God tried to fill, each subsequent vessel shattered again, one upon the other, because you cannot contain God. When Solomon dedicated his grand temple, he said, "But will God really dwell on earth? The heavens, even the highest heaven, cannot contain you. How much less this temple I have built?" There is no containing God's presence. Even this room, which we call a sanctuary, that's not its name. That's not what we do here. This is a Beit Knesset, a house of ingathering, a Beit Tfilah, a house of prayer, a Beit Midrash, a house of study. It is not a sanctuary away from the world. In fact, our very first thing that we even tried to call a sanctuary wasn't a marble and limestone building in Jerusalem. Our holiest shrine for 2,000 years was a tent in the desert, open to the currents at the heat of the world. Our meeting places of worship are Batei Knesset, these houses of meeting. The first home a wedding couple builds for itself is a chuppah, which is open on all sides. Our sukkah, a place, according to the Talmud, that represents God's protective glory, is nothing more than a fragile shack that blows in the wind. We know nothing of sanctuary. We only know of holiness between people. God cannot be segregated out from the world. We call this holiness that is not a basis of a sanctuary. We call it brit, a covenant about the promises we make each other and to God. We know nothing of sanctuary. We only know brit, holiness through the relationship. Despite the fragility of the walls of our tents and our temples, the temple is a place of prophecy. It's a place of poetry. It's a place, as the poet laureate of the United States, Billy Collins, once said, a place where truth marries beauty. And so we don't understand the world through places. We understand the world through time and through relationships. We have a brit, a covenant of conscience that draws us into each other. There is no separation. You might be able to separate church from state, but you cannot separate theology from public life, because theology is public. It exists between people, between you and me, between each of us. And so when I hear how some of our immigrants to this country have been treated, I open our book and I look at this week's Torah portion and I say, this is no sense of spiritual isolationism. I see a band of political refugees running from slavery and from oppression, from powerlessness. They've come so far. They have years and years already in the desert, knowing that they have years more to go. But then comes the king of Edom, who says, Lo ta'avor, you shall not pass. And in a couple weeks, they pass under the eyes of Balak, the king of Moab, who looks down upon the Israelites and calls them bugs and grasshoppers, a horde of misfits that will take over their land. And when I read today's allegations that the new waves of immigrants that bring to our shores crime and violence, I hear the echo of the 1908 report of the New York Police Commissioner Theodore Bigman announcing that half the crimes in New York City are committed by Russian Jewish immigrants, calling them Jews who are firebugs, burglars, pickpockets, and robbers when they have the courage. He is speaking, though, of the generation of my great-grandfather who arrived in New York City on December 7th, 1906, on the HMS Amsterdam. I have the manifest in my office. He came as a 15-year-old boy, someone we would call an unaccompanied minor in today's language. He was not turned back from this country. He was embraced. He was embraced even though he had no papers. He was embraced because he was suffering. He was running away from the Cossacks in Russia who murdered my family. And he was embraced because that is who we are. So when I hear the stories of new immigrants, I think of that missive from the fire chief, the commissioner who said that Jews are bugs. I think of the king of Moab who said that Jews are bugs. And I think of the king of Edom who says, "You shall not pass." I cannot be deaf to the parallels of those analogies with the analogies of my own family and my own life. When refugees are detained and turned back, I cannot get out of my head the 930 Jewish passengers on the boat from Hamburg, Germany that went to Havana and was turned back by the United States. I cannot forget that the passengers aboard the St. Louis formed a committee to prevent them from committing suicide. I cannot forget that when they were turned back, half of them were deported to Eastern Europe where they perished in the Holocaust. And so we ask today, who are we? Are we the children of Edom that says, "You shall not pass"? Are we the children of Moab that calls immigrants to this country bugs and grasshoppers, as we were called? Or are we Israel? Are we B'nai Yisrael, the children of Israel, the children of prophets and the children of prophets? Shall we emulate Edom? Shall we emulate Moab, or shall we emulate Am Yisrael? What shall be our inheritance? And now when we see the poor and the tired and the downtrodden at our shores, what shall we do with them? What shall be our attitude? How shall we understand our life? You can separate church and state, but you cannot separate faith from public life. Our understanding of holiness is not to hide away from the world, but to go into the world. Our holy places must have windows, say the rabbis, and not mirrors, because we have to live in a world of windows and not of mirrors. The Jewish spirit is broader and deeper than simple liberal or democratic or Republican politics. Judaism does not determine my political affiliation. Of course, I know the arguments for following the law, for obeying God's command, for respecting the government, for protecting the homeland, for allowing businesses to thrive, all of which can be found in our Torah. But ever there remains this haunting matter before us that nags at our soul, that creeps up inside of us when we will it, this haunting matter of conscience. Rabbi Schulweis taught me that. And so let us ask, what is to become of those children whose parents are gone? What is to become of families seeking asylum only to be turned away and murdered back in their home countries, as we know to be the case? Let us ask, what shall we do with dreamers who were brought here by their parents and who have no path forward for themselves now? What should we do with the refugee who shows up on our shores asking for help? Shall we detain them? Shall we criminalize them? Shall we turn them away? That is what Edom would do. That is what Moab would do. Is that what Israel would do? Conscience, Rabbi teaches, is the duty to obey and the duty to disobey. Conscience is what the Torah cultivates. It's what Brandon spoke about in his talk when he said there are times when you have to bend or even break rules because you need to protect the life of other human beings. As the Talmud says, those who have the ability to protest and choose not to are liable for the sin of the city, are liable for the sin of his household, are liable for the sin of the world. On a secular note, compassion, writes Camus, does not exclude punishment, but it suspends the final condemnation of another human being. Conscience takes into mindful consideration the wretchedness of the commonality of the human condition. Beyond liberals or conservatives, beyond the libelous labeling, Judaism and the synagogue have a duty to cultivate this covenant of conscience. to remind us that there is more to life than political strategy. Torah is not a book meant to be a politician's game plan. Rituals like the Para Aduma and others are part of an art form where truth meets beauty, but that takes us back into the world instead of away from it. For the secret of the Torah is that it's not a book of means as much as it's a book of sacred ends. Whatever our partisan politics, the underlying spiritual question remains whether we succumb to our lower selves and turn our backs on children who are suffering, or we retain our hard-earned fidelity to the Jewish covenant of conscience. God's outstretched arms need to inspire our outstretched arms. God's mighty hands inspire our mighty hands. And just as God has reached into the world to redeem us, so too must we reach into the world to lift up those who are low, to raise up those who need us, the widow, the orphan, the poor, and the stranger, the stranger, the stranger, the stranger, the stranger who lives with us in our borders, at our borders, close to our borders. There's one psalm that we sing every morning that gets the epithet Hallel Hagadol. It's the only psalm we have that has its own title. And it's so important that it's given the language of being the most important line of praising of God out of all 150 psalms. And that's because the theme of that psalm is God's love for the world. The world was created, ki leolam chasdo, because the world is full of God's loving kindness. God set the foundations of the world, ki leolam chasdo. God sets the stars in the sky, ki leolam chasdo. God sets the firmament over the water, ki leolam chasdo. God makes great lights to govern the day and night, ki leolam chasdo. God redeems us from Egypt, redeems us from Edom, redeems us from Moab, ki leolam chasdo. God gives us a place to call our own in the world, ki leolam chasdo. For us and our posterity, ki leolam chasdo. And God will give bread to all those who need it, ki leolam chasdo. This is the name of God that we praise, ki leolam chasdo. It is not about anger. It is not about strife. It is not about left or right politics. It is about love. Do you want to build a world of love? Do you want to cultivate covenantal conscience in your life? If you're willing to build a world of love, and you're willing to see beyond partisan politics, we can build a world of love together. You and me, every one of us, will see the cry of a child, the outstretched arm of the poor and the needy, those who need us. Know that our synagogue, our religion, our Torah demands of us not to find isolationism as the theme of being, but involvement as a theme of being. That is what our rabbis teach. That is what our prophets enjoin. That is what the priests teach us, even when they're performing arcane rituals like the Para Aduma. That we are here to build a world of love together. So sing with me. Let us build a world of love together.
Olam chesed yibaneh, yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai. 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 I will build this world from love. Yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai. And you must build this world from love. Yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai. And if we build this world from love, yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai, then God will build this world from love. Yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai.
Olam Chesed Yibaneh.
Olam Chesed Yibaneh. Yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai. Olam Chesed Yibaneh. Yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai. Olam Chesed Yibaneh. Yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai. Olam Chesed Yibaneh. Yalalai, 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 lai.
Let's rise together on page 155 as we pray for the world of love and redemption for all of humanity. Chati Kaddish, followed by the Musaf prayers.
יתגדל ויגרש מרבה בעלמא דברך ינוצא וימליך מלכותי וחייכון וימכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר וישמע וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשו בריחו לילה מן כל ברר בשירתה תושבחר בנחמתה דמירם בימה ואמרו ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק, ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות. ומביא גואל לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ופוקד שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע מכלכל חיים בחסד מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים סומק נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר היא כמוך בעל גבורות ומדומה לך מלך ממית ומחיי ומצמיח ישועה ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים. Learn something new. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai. Naritzecha, naritzecha, v'nakdishecha. Keson siach sarfei kodesh, hamakdishim shimcha b'kodesh. Hakatuv al yad nevi'echa, v'karazel ze ve'amar Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, Meloch ol haaretz, kevodo. Kevodo malei olam, misharta shoalim, shoalim ze laze. Aye, aye, mekom kevodo, lehu matam, baruch yomeru. Baruch Kevod Adonai Mimekomo. Mimekomo Yifen Berachamim V'yachon Am Hamyachadim Shemo. ערב הבוקר בכל יום תמיד פעמיים באהבה שמע אומרים שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני Eloheinu, Hu Avinu, Hu Malkeinu, Hu Moshienu, Vehu Yashveinu, Berachama Shenit, Leinei Kol Chai, Leot Lachem Elohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem, U'divrei Kodshecha Katuv Lemor, Imenoch Adonai Leolam, Elohayich Tzion, Ledor Vador, Hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Ledor vador nagid godlecha, ulenetzach netzachim kedushatcha nagdish. V'shivchacha Eloheinu mipinu lo yamush leolam vahed, ki el melech gadol v'kadosh ata, baruch ata Adonai ha'el ha'kadosh.
Page 158 and following is the silent portion of the Amidah. Again, a few moments of quiet reflection and prayer, at the conclusion of which you may be seated.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבו, בעולמה דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומייכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן, יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולמי עולמי. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמנו קודשו בריחו לילה מן כל גרדה ושירתה תושבחה ונחמתה דאמירה ויאמה והימרו תקבל צלות הונו והורהון לכל ישראל קודם אבנו ושמיה והימרו יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה בחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל והימרו עושה שלום במרומה יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן יעשה שלום שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל 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 אין כאלוהינו אין כאדוננו אין כמלכנו אין כמושיענו non como vuestro Dios non como vuestro Señor non como vuestro Rey non como vuestro Salvador mi Eloheinu mi Adonenu mi Malkeinu mi Moshienu ¿quién como vuestro Dios? ¿Quién como vuestro Señor? ¿Quién como vuestro Rey? ¿Quién como vuestro Salvador? No del Eloheinu, no del Adonenu, no del Malkeinu, no del Moshienu. Gracias nuestro Dios, gracias nuestro Señor, gracias nuestro Rey, gracias nuestro Salvador. Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshiach. Bendicho nuestro Dios, bendicho nuestro Señor, bendicho nuestro Rey, bendicho nuestro Salvador. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Tú sos nuestro Dios, tú sos nuestro Señor, tú sos nuestro Rey, tú sos nuestro Salvador. Atahu shehiktiru avotenu lefanecha ekdoret hasamim. Yai-la-lai-lai-lai, 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 yai-la-lai-lai-lai. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שאול את השמיים וישראל זולתך. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. At the end of every service, we take a moment to remember those who are no longer with us. In the back of your Shabbaton, you will find a list of names of yortzites, the anniversaries of those who have passed this past week and coming week. As well, Valley Beth Shalom remembers this week the recent passing of Alvin Morris Goldstein, the husband of Natalie Goldstein and father of Patricia Goldstein, Bob and Kate Goldstein, Jill Saar and Claire Berger, who is the communications director for our Early Childhood Center. Alvin was the grandfather of Jenna and Patrick Landy, Sam Berger, Sharatova, and Griff Goldstein, and Holden Marshall, who was the great-grandfather of one. Also the passing this week of Stephen Pearl, the father of Devin Pearl and brother of Beth and Robert Kraft, and of Jeffrey Pearl, uncle of Noah, and Caroline Kraft and Lucas Kraft. As well as the passing of Margot Katz, who was the mother of Dr. Robert and Jackie Katz, Andy and Mariel Katz, and Suzanne and Scott Miller, grandmother of 8 and a blessed great-grandmother of 2. So if you are in mourning or observing a yahrzeit or would like to say Kaddish for a loved one, I ask you to rise at this time, turn to page 181 for Mourner's Kaddish. And in our community, we don't let people mourn alone. So if you see anyone who is standing to say Kaddish, please join with them as we recite the words together on page 181. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. V'yomad divrach gerotei v'yamech machutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam omei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudsham brichu. Le'lam inko birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechamata. Damiram v'yama v'yimru. Amen. Tikabel Yehi shlama Rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'akol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mermav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'akol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. May God give comfort to all those who mourn, and together we say, Amen. You may be seated. It's my pleasure now, calling on Scott Howard. Last couple weeks, the president of Valley Beth Shalom, so give it a whirl, Scott.
Maybe we'll change the parking place to say ex-president of Valley Beth Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Rabbi Farkas. Thank you, Rabbi Feinstein. Canner Barron, Yossi, Chris, the service today. It was a beautiful service. Cantor, Rabbi Farkas, your words were very meaningful, and I hope we're able to get back to the point where our community, our families, and our country are able to have a dialogue rather than yelling over each other. Also, thank you to Moshe Meppin and Dr. Ron Ryder and Olivia Herstein for helping out and making sure everything ran smoothly. Olivia served double duty. She also read Torah in the library minyan. Coming up, we have a few things going on. We have Tisha B'Av's coming next month. It's early this year, and I just want to ask the rabbis, is it ever on time or is it always early or late? It seems like everything's, I don't know what the on time is, but it is early. It's July 21st. And the other things coming, we also have, coming up, we have, let's see, what do we have? Summertime Splash is July 12th. So bring your families between 4 and 8, and there's going to be pools, water slides. You can watch your rabbis go down the water slides. There'll be a lot of fun, movies, and it'll be very exciting. So July 12th, Thursday, over right in front of the lot here. The Leon family, I want to wish you Mazel Tov. It's Brandon, you did a wonderful job. Your family's been here at Valley Shalom for a long time. Your dad went to day school here, and your grandfather was a neighbor of ours for a while until I guess he moved out because he didn't like my driving or something like that. So, but Mazel Tov, we should just have lots of celebrations like this. It was very nice. And with that, Shabbat Shalom and Parshat. We're going to have Parshat discussion in the youth lounge. Mazel Tov to Reuben and Adina and to the families on his beautiful baby, naming a beautiful baby. So thank you.
And to Brandon, there's a series of gifts for you from various affiliate groups, including a Kiddush cup, tzedakah box, a book about the love and the people of Israel. So I hope you enjoy those. Of course, you get your certificate for being in USY for the first year for free. So we're happy to have you as a member of our youth group. We rise together now as we finish out our service, blessing the day, as we make Kiddush together.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, l'dorotam berit olam, beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam, ki sheshet yamim osa Adonai, et ha-shamayim et ha'aretz, uvayom ha-shavi'i, Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayi nafash Al kain barach Adonai Et yom hashavat Vaykadshehu Savri gevurotai Veropotai Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei peri hagafen Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Hamotzi lechem min haaretz
Adon olam asher malach B'terem kol yitzir nivra V'yet nasa v'chepso kol Azai melech Azai melech shemo nikra ve'acharei kiklot hakol levado yimlok nora ve'hu haya ve'hu hoveh ve'hu yiyeh tifara Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra v'yet nasa v'chepso kol Azai melech Azai melech shemo nikra ve'hu echad ve'ein sheni lehamshilo lechakmira b'li reshit b'li taklit ve'lo ha'oz ve'hamizra Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra v'yet nasa v'chepso kol Azai melech Azai Melech. Last verse. Beyado avkid ruchi, be'eti shan beyahira, be'im ruchi gaviati, Adonai li velo ira. Adon olam asher malach, b'terem kol yitzir nivra, be'et nasa v'chetzo kol, Azai Melech, Azai Melech, Azai Melech Shemo Nigra. Shabbat Shalom.